Hedge, and welcome, Tube Dwellers, to another Mad Bag Gamer production. I have returned to my barbarian, and we have just started the quest Trailing the Coven, where Karenya, this interesting little woman that we saved from the Spider Queen, has told us that the Goatmen cherish a staff that she stole, and we need to, I guess, return it. I'm actually not perfectly sure how that dialogue ended up. We're going to proceed into the next area, though, and see what that's all about. I am using a different weapon now, and I have a couple different items from the last time you saw me, as I got some stuff on my archer that went pretty well for the barbarian. I've got a couple different yellows now. I've got quite a bit of strength. I've brought my damage up to a nice little 45. I don't recall what it was before equipping all this stuff. I got a ring that's just amazing for a barbarian, 13 strength. I am using a two-handed weapon now as opposed to two one-handed weapons. That does a couple interesting things to the barbarian's ability, but for the most part I still like the exact same abilities. So the thing to think about when you have one-handed weapons or two-handed weapons is that since all of these are keyed off of your weapon damage, each strike will change a little bit. Now, they're also keyed off of your weapon speed. Holy crap, almighty adversary, that is no joke. Oh, and that seismic slam, that's the next thing I was going to say something about.
Impossible.
Please stop getting feared by the nightmarish creatures.
I need fury.
Ash would actually help quite a bit against these toughies. That's okay, I'm going to keep it on cleave. Just lay the smackdown down in other ways. So before I interrupted myself, the thing to think about with one-handed weapons as opposed to two-handed weapons is that you're going to strike slower and each strike is going to be more powerful. So for the case of cleave, that's going to put it in a range where some of the lesser creatures I one-shot, and though Bash would do more damage per hit, it's not like I would more one-shot them, you know, I'm one-shotting them anyway, so why not one-shot a few guys? Now, for some of the bigger creatures that I'm fighting up here, it doesn't really apply, and it probably doesn't really change a whole lot about how quickly I'm able to dispatch of them. But it definitely makes a difference with the little creeps. That was one of those cases where swinging a cleave directly down hit both the tree and the guy next to me, whereas just swinging the cleave at the tree was hitting just the tree. Boy, that poison. The tree raises up little buds just waiting to spring, and when they do, it is not pretty. So this area is pretty big. I've already got some of the width of it opened up, but by no means have I even begun to dig into it. Normally over here in the bottom right corner there is an area that I can do something with. Ooh, I have a ring. Now notice that. Let me see what this ring is. Vitality and attack speed. That is better than a paltry amount of experience for monster kills. Here's a building. This is not exactly what I was looking for, but we might have to check this out.
Senseless as beasts.
Huh, what do we have here? Abandoned servant house. Interesting that there's a servant house. I wonder who was the servee.
I was just packing up and readying to leave this hellish place. Too many Khazra about. But before I move on, look at my goods and let me know if there's anything you would like.
Huh, so just a merchant right out in the middle of nowhere. Cool. Might use him to repair real fast. I kind of like how Diablo's done that. It's kind of weird. They've got them in weird places. Later on, you're like in a war zone. You'll still just pop into like a storeroom where there's a merchant selling stuff. You'll be in a war zone where there's no allies. It's just demons everywhere. And then boom, you're in a storeroom. Nope, I'm fine. I'm a merchant, so they don't mind. They don't mind me just staying here, selling my wares. I'm going to try to stick to this one side. Anytime I come into a new area, most of the time I will stick to an edge. And, yeah, I'll find stuff like this. this is eventually where I have to go, so I'm kind of glad that I already ran into it, because now I'll know where it is. Yeah, with the stun. Got all of them. Oh man. The goat man getting all enraged. Oh, I can put an end to that. Oh, and he was actually enraging his buddies. Nasty little goat man. Eventually I'll go in that wooden gate you guys saw over there. After I find the Khazra Den, go in, retrieve the staff. No magic, I'm not interested. You know what, with as many large enemies as we have out here, I may just go back to Bash. And while I'm in there, I guess I could take a look at this other skill that I'm using that I haven't said anything about yet. Alright, so Onslaught, let's do this one. It's extra damage, 2 reverberations that cause additional damage, but the ability can no longer knock back. I think I'm fine with that. My other ability, Seismic Slam, instead of using Rend or Hammer of the Ancients now, I'm using a bigger cone AoE that does slightly less damage than Hammer of the Ancients. Actually takes more fury and doesn't have the increased crit chance. However, it also knocks targets back, and the AoE is much bigger than the AoE of Hammer of the Ancients. Hammer of the Ancients is not, it's almost not even an AoE. It's very small, maybe 3 guys in front of you. Seismic Slam will hit a whole pack, like 10, 12 guys. If you get them in the right little group. If you get on the edge of the group and point the cone straight into them. Mending Quiver. Likely not something I'll be interested in, but that's okay. Yeah, the difference between that Bash and the Cleave is pretty crazy. In both of the places that they shine in, Bash does noticeably better against single targets. And if you were in a party, since everything's a little bit stronger, maybe Bash would be, holy crap, is this the staff? Boom! I just got the staff. It's just on some crate out here. And I'm totally full on this stuff, so let's just use some of it. I do not want to get charged by that charger in the background. Let's go around the rock. Okay, he's going to be stupid. Sweet. He's going to go down quickly to some leather pants. Definitely not better than the yellow ones that I have. That's almost a given. Okay, so is this... Did I already complete this? Approach the Khazra barricade with the staff. There's something that I actually want to see out in this field. I may chop this. I'm good, I believe, to just go ahead and proceed right back over to that gate and get... Whoa, that's kind of crazy that I can see that other part of the map. I think I'm ready to proceed over to the gate and get out of here, but there's one other thing I think is in this zone that I'm going to go looking for, so wish me luck in finding it. Ha! Here's the Cave of the Moon Clan. You guys saw me bottom that out with my Demon Hunter as she came through here. That's been a while back now. Come on, there's not much more space to check. And it looks like I must be remembering the wrong zone. Either that or it doesn't always spawn here. So what I was looking for is this pit. It's a real big sink in the ground where you can get in on one of 2 different sides. And there's an event that occurs there where you get to kill a hero and he drops some really good loot. I don't see it though. So apparently that's something that doesn't always happen. Oh, and I noticed something else just a second ago while I was blowing away some little scavenger type mobs. I did a Seismic Slam and it one-shotted absolutely all of them, and it made me kind of rethink about what I need out of single target as opposed to what I need out of AoE. So when you're soloing, at least, it's a good idea to have both. I could see situations where if you were with a group of people, maybe you want to have a guy that does nothing but AoE all the time. Maybe you want to have a guy that does nothing but single target. I don't know. That seems like it could be a feasible situation to come around, to be efficient, to practice. But with me, I want a little bit of both. I want something that I can use against a bunch of small enemies. I want something that I can use against big, strong, single enemies. Bash is definitely not the thing to use against single, small enemies, because of course it's going to one-shot them, but it swings slow because I'm using a big fat two-hander, and I'm getting my butt kicked by a bunch of trees. Let's get serious here for just a second. But something like Seismic Slam, since it has such a big AoE, and it doesn't take me a lot to be able to get to it, And here's a prime example, although I didn't really use it all that well in that example. Seismic Slam should take care of basically everything I need out of AoE, so I might argue that having Cleave is overkill, having Cleave on top of it. Whereas having Bash to be able to take out the big single targets, since I'm not using Hammer of the Ancients now, is going to be good. So I think there's specific synergy between Cleave and Hammer of the Ancients, and between Bash and Seismic Slam, given that they're kind of opposite focuses. Oh yeah, big knockback. Oh, that one wasn't so good. I could have had a better split of guys. Boy, they're just coming in right now, aren't they? And it doesn't even matter. Not only do I have the fury of the Ancients behind my axe, but I've got ridiculous amounts of just arm strength. And swing an axe like none of these goat men. I think I'm on a set path now. I think this little path between these two zones is always this exact same configuration. More often than not, the game uses the random map generation, but there are a number of places, I would say, where it's set. The scenery is set, the exact layout of the terrain is set. Most boss areas are like that, like the Butcher's little area. That's all totally set. That's a small section though. There are some somewhat longer. Oh hey, a waypoint. Cool for the Northern Highlands. Maybe I was thinking about the Northern Highlands. Maybe that sunken ground area I was thinking of will be up here. And given how big I can only imagine this zone might get, I may go back off camera just to make sure I can fit in the rest of what I want to into this video. Yeah, more boring enemies. You're not going to give me a hero? Well, then I'm going to blaze right through. I believe I've found the way to progress. A stair over here. Let me see if I can find anything else. There's a journal and maybe even a dungeon area somewhere here. Let's see if I can find exactly that. Oh, not close enough. I got him. This Bash has an insane physics effect. Look at how far those rocks went. That is one thing that they could have been pretty cheap about on this game. The physics of, like, the inanimate stuff. A guy you kill, limbs flying off his body, pieces of that tree, pieces of these rocks. Here, watch this. Blick 'em! They could have been real chintzy on that, and they didn't. I love that. I love that it's... things just look crazy blowing up. There's little bits of shrapnel and debris go out every which way. Level 14! Oh yeah. Just as I clear out this little area, an active skill slot I've picked up. Ooh, a flamberge in there that is not as good as my axe. I got a leap rune. Oh ho, oh ho. Weapon throw is this new skill I got. Alright, let's check them out. So I got weapon throw. Hurl a thrown weapon at an enemy for 100% weapon damage and slow the movement of the enemy. So that sounds like it's single target. It is a very low amount of fury. I may consider that. Excuse me. Revenge has a 15% chance to become active each time you are hit. This is one I think I got earlier, but I never paid attention to. So whenever it becomes active, you can use it to inflict 220% weapon damage to all nearby enemies and heal 5% of your maximum life for each enemy hit. I actually like that a lot. Ancient Spear is almost like Scorpion's get over here. It brings a guy to you, it does weapon damage to him, snares him, slows his movement speed. Leap, here we go. What is this? Gain 300% additional armor for 4 seconds after landing. Yeah, we'll be taking that. That sounds awesome. Oh, hold on. I do not want to switch leap to 3, so let's put this back on 1. Yes, I would prefer it there. Didn't get anything new on ground stomp. It does slow enemies' movement speed now. I think I'm going to keep Seismic Slam on. Yeah, that sounds right. And we are going to put this. Let me click you so you'll stop blinking. We're going to put Revenge into this slot. Did it say something about a oh, I do have another passive, but I'm sticking with my critical hit chance and damage. The other passive, though, increases armor by 100% of my vitality count, which is kind of cool. I think the Barbarian's going to have some really cool passives. I just hit level 30 today with my Demon Hunter. I might give you guys another video of that coming up real soon. But, oh Jesus, I've got all 3 passives now, and I am loving it. I'm playing a totally different style from what I was playing, using the caltrops to do traps a lot, and, using the rapid fire a lot. I still have rapid fire because it's great single target, but I have a different AoE now. Multi-shot is amazing. Kill the interlopers? I don't think so. Cultists, you and y'all goat men.
It is my pleasure.
Just take off.
That I have broken.
Just run off. The RUNNOFT.
Words have flowed from their mouths like blood from a wound. Our summoners can retrieve the weapon at your command, and the enemy shall be none the wiser.
Oh yeah, loving the carnage, loving the barbarian carnage. As of right now, my Demon Hunter's geared pretty well too, and I'm just taking out packs of guys way faster than I should be able to. Just whole mobs of people, because the AoE is so sick. Loving that Demon Hunter. I am so glad that I've been dumping time into it. I think I have at least all of my abilities unlocked on the Demon Hunter. I don't have a rune for all of them, and then of course I don't have all the runes yet. You go up to level 60 and you unlock stuff all the way. What did you just say? Is it something like by the sword of the ancients or something?
Run!
I could say things like do little taunts or something. Let's get on with this. Run!
Now!
Flee! That's what I'm yelling at the goat man. They do something at their totem. I actually just now, me the barbarian just now said it. These goat men, excuse me again, holy crap. I have a frog in my throat, I guess. My barbarian Kodlak just said these goat men will summon their brethren no more. So it looks like when I took down that I don't know, flagpole, if you will, that totem the goat men had, that keeps them from summoning other goat men. That's interesting. I didn't know they used those flags to summon. It's kind of cool. A lot of enemies that you fight have some degree of respawn or additional summon capability that you normally want to come in and focus and take out. Unless you want to just, you know, get a horde of enemies to plow through. Toy with them a little. Sometimes that's fun. These trees, man, I tell you what, I will be excited to get beyond them. Quite a bit more excited than I am to bash the goat men. So I will be doubly excited to get out of this area altogether. Where is this? Leoric's hunting ground? Oh, wow. Leoric's hunting ground is technically where I am now. I want to say that this was a small area. I almost don't want to chop it off. Matter of fact, there's the bridge for the objective. I am going to chop it. I'm going to go ahead and clear. Oh, mighty adversary. Does that mean... Oh, they're a jailer. They put that red ring around you. You can't move for a second. Anybody marked with jailer will do that effect periodically. If it's a hero or if it's champions. Once you get to nightmare difficulty, these champions and heroes start having 2 and sometimes even more of those effects. They'll have like mortar, teleporter, jailer. Okay, I'm gonna chop this and smash up the rest of some cultist trees and goatmen. Yeah, it was boring overall. It was just a couple guys here and there, a little bit of experience. I got a couple magic items, but nothing I switched out, nothing I'm using, so
Of course they'd be drawn here.
nothing really worth grinding the area on. I have often fought a hero when coming into this little rampart here, this little courtyard. Yes, there he is. Ooh, and Vortex. That is actually awesome, because I'm a barbarian and I would love it if you pulled me closer to you. You and all of your friends. Look, that body went flying up at the camera. Hold on, hold on. Oh no, that one just exploded. Look, that's the skeleton. Oh wow. I exploded the flesh off of the skeleton. I think I've pretty much bottomed this out. I've even got 2 shrines active right now, and that would make for a great tool to use on this little miniature army I'm getting ready to face.
Your pleasure. Need more time.
And cleave would be amazing right here. Oh, matter of fact, that was nice. I was actually needing the health. I got a revenge, and there's another one. That revenge does so much damage.
A girl named Leah. My spies tell me she is the child of the witch Adria, who is hiding in the deserts of Chaldeum. Bring this news to the Master at once.
That revenge is the hardest hitting strike I have right now, and it's an AoE. It's a circle around me. It's awesome. It is a big strike, and I bet revenge probably has some synergy with 2 one-handed weapons, because it says that it has a 15% chance to become active each time I hit. So if I swung more often, I'd have a higher chance of it triggering.
This place is
just
a
by
backwater
volume.
filled with serfs and an ancient broken-down monastery. Hardly fit for the king of Condorus. I cannot fathom why Lazarus was so intent on this becoming our new seat of power.
He knew something about it. Apparently, he and you invested quite a lot.
No mortal could slaughter our brethren.
He is here.
Yes, I am, and goodbye.
Delay him while I prepare his demise in the depths below.
They literally can't even delay me. I went through that room just a little bit faster than if I had walked through it. No, not really, but still.
Did horrible things to us.
They are dead now, but there was another prisoner, a man in rags.
Yes, the man with the golden eyes. I saw Magda take him into Leoric's old torture chambers below us.
Golden eyes, that's
Magda
the stranger,
dies
that's
today.
Tyrael the angel. Magda dies today. New waypoint. If I wanted, I could beam back over to town real fast. I'm not going to do that because I think I'm good to just keep moving. I think that's better than what you're carrying, isn't it?
Choice.
Definitely is. He's up to a whole 4.17 damage. That's so weak. At least he soaks some hits. At least monsters focus on him from time to time. Although, not very often. I can't complain about that, though. I gave him the heal instead of the intervene.
Evil wears no disguise here.
It does not. It is just blatantly obvious that this place is evil. Prison cells, torture chambers.
Not enough fury.
Even if it's human and made for holding bad people, it is still nothing but oriented with bad people. Wow, that's kind of weird. I just got zombies just crawling out of the walls at me. A zombie struggler is what those torsos were called. They struggle just to even get to you. Oh, that stomp actually did not work out, and the leap totally killed 2 of the cultists. You look nasty, disentombed Hulk. Take some bashes, big boy. I hear they're good for your big fat belly. I am glad to see that I'm fighting some enemies that don't just get one-shotted by bash. And it's kind of nice that one seismic slam and then bash
A fetid,
takes care of it.
pallid malaise has fallen over the manor we now call home. Young Albrecht seems to be enjoying himself in our new home, however. Perhaps I am simply suffering from an
I wonder if
imbalance
I
of
can.
humors brought on by the recent
Oh,
change
that
of
is so
climate.
awesome. I just jumped from the low ground down there all the way up here. That is greatness right there. That's something I was thinking about recently on my Demon Hunter. So I've got this ability Vault that you guys, I'm sure know about. I'm sure have seen those. I do see that enemy, but I want to get rid of these enemies first because they look like they're doing something sinister. Anyway, like I was saying, on my Demon Hunter, I've got Vault, and I can use it whenever I want. It doesn't cost very much discipline, and it just, it's good movement. I can move, you know, across the screen instantly. I can do it like 4 times back to back if I want to, no cooldown. I don't know that any other class has that. The Barbarian has Leap, and it has a cooldown. It does generate Fury, so you're not like restricted to, you know, only do it 4 times in a row like the Demon. hunter, but you can't do it 2 times in a row because you don't have. Oh, that was disgusting.
But seeing it with my own eyes.
You can't even do it like 2 times in a row because you don't have it's got the cooldown. It stays on the cooldown. And the wizard, he's got teleport, but I think it's got a cooldown too. The only thing I know about the witch doctor is he's got a movement speed buff where he goes ethereal and runs a little bit faster for a short period of time. I don't think it even does like a teleport. So that might make the demon hunter, depending on what the monk has, the monk might have something that I don't know about. That might make the demon hunter the most mobile class just by virtue of how much you can just spam that ball. The barbarian can spam everything else though. Holy crap. I can just put out some seismic slams back to back, just shake that ground just for no real reason. Knock people down, do damage, do damage. Oh, did not quite get it. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barrel. What kind of barbarian are you? I am the Furyful type. These unholy thralls have made me quite angry. That reverberation is too cool. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. A vicious zombie that one was. Hold on. Torture tools. Uninteresting items. I have a feeling that I'm close to the end of the first level just because I don't see there being a whole lot more space out over here. Maybe I have to go up in the middle. Uh-oh. Oh, that hurts. Ill timing. You zombies can just go ahead and chill in the fire if you'd like. You can stay in there. I would not mind if you did not come out to say hello. I would not think it rude. I wonder if this, I think it does. Actually, I can't tell. I was getting ready to say, I wonder, uh-oh, that's not a good combo. They're going to make me run out of control. These things are going to smash me. I was wondering if these things were smashing the champions there, but I'm not sure. Sometimes those little pits will have guys crawling out of them when you go trip the lever. Like a spike door or something falls on them. Oh, you guys can't keep me backed up against this chopper. This cleaver. The Halls of Agony. He must have started making... Oh, we got Santa Claus. He must have started making some of this stuff when he was good and paranoid. Oh, come on, don't... You're not gonna do it, dude. You're not... Santa Claus, you're not getting away from me. Where is he? Did I get him? I didn't get Santa Claus yet. Where is he? Oh, I think he's... I don't know, I can't tell. Maybe I did get him. I think he got away, actually. There should be all kinds of loot on the ground right now if I got him. The elitist I got, I think that achievement was. I definitely do not see the amount of loot that I should have got there. Yep, level 2. Okay, I think level 2 is decent size. So I'm going to chop it right now because you guys have seen most of what's in here. I'll turn it on for heroes. I'll turn it on for success. And that is going to be about all. Oh yeah, come on. Love that revenge. It comes at the right times, generally. Oh, did not mean to do the slam at the end.
Worthy foe. Glorious.
Level 15. It was actually just a couple champions. I didn't think it was all that cool of a fight, but apparently it was a fight enough to level me up. So I definitely will cut the camera on for that. Let's see. I got an ancient spear rune. Grappling hooks. Throws 3 spears. Each dealing 185% weapon damage. That sounds like decent AoE. It's not going to be better than Revenge, though. I don't think I'm even going to try it. I bet it looks really cool. Ooh, Hammer of the Ancients gets a new one. Strike a smaller area for 270% weapon damage. So I could have an absolutely devastating, basically single target strike. If I did this, and I'm kind of thinking about it over Seismic Slam, I would really, really want to go back to Cleave. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it at least short term. And I see a bunch of enemies, so... Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about with Cleave. It's awesome to just look at 5 guys and they explode into small pieces and go flying across the room.
I am convinced that some malevolent being is attempting to wrest control of my thoughts away from me. Voices direct me to horrendous acts, and there are times when I seem unable to control my body. Lazarus knows. This is certain. He looks at me strangely when he thinks me otherwise disposed.
Okay, let's see this number on Hammer of the Ancients. I saw 100 damage there and it was not a critical. That's a good amount of damage, but I want to see something astronomical. I'm going to stick with this style over the Bash and Seismic Slam. I want to see this Hammer of the Ancients really belting out some pain. It looks like I could go down there. There's probably some stuff down there, probably some enemies. I'm going to start making this a little more direct. Let's go ahead and go right on. Oh, I guess out. I was going to say down, but...
Did they not think I will make an example of Dargon, that traitorous cur. Help me hunt him and I will sail to you instead of those zealots.
Sell? Is this another merchant quest? I am quite full. I probably, ooh, hey, that would give me... No, let's not do that. 11 vitality. Yeah, I'm starting to get close to some items here that are potentially decent. Is this guy with me? What do I have to do here? I did not want to pick that flame bridge back up. So I guess I'm on another merchant quest. I didn't notice the... Whoa! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with, I mean, if Cleave one-shots them, then what does it matter if you have Bash, which does just a little bit more damage anyway. This way I can one-shot, you know, 2 of them potentially. And if I have 2 of them there, then I'm doing more damage to both because of the AoE explosion when one dies. And 100, 113. I like that I can do this a lot more too. Hammer of the Ancients only costs 20 Fury as opposed to Seismic Slam's 30. So I can lay down more of the hammers. And it looks like it might do some funny body physics stuff too, like Bash does. Because just the way I saw a couple guys jockeying in the air there just a second ago. I guess I haven't really noticed Leap's effect, but I guess I really wouldn't. It just makes me slightly more resilient whenever I, Matter of fact, what I didn't look for is I wonder if the graphic looks different.
Still retarded.
Huh. I feel like it looked a little different, but I couldn't tell you exactly what. It only lasts like 4 seconds.
The crazed weapon maker wants my head.
Stun, let's get the hammer down. I'm out of fury already. That's okay. I love doing my cleave too. And there's a hammer. Come on, let me see that number. 113. So it's right around that 100 mark. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough.
Is dead. No one shall question my reputation or my resolve. Now to my goods. You'll find none better.
Yeah, I do need to go back to town. I'm going to disenchant or whatever. Salvage. I'm going to salvage all the stuff in here, I think. So that's going to take me just a second, and let's go. I wonder if there's a waypoint. I feel like I should be close to a waypoint. Whoa.
I am Scylla, once queen to our beloved Leoric. My servants and I were consumed by his madness. Now I give you my blessing, champion, to release my people from their eternal torment.
Release your people. Okay. Release prisoners from the prison. Time to return to town. A barbarian and a scoundrel. This should be interesting. Let's take a step into the prison. See what the Warden has in store for us. Some skeletons. I love me some skellies. Oh yes, skeletons. There's a hammer. That's the kind of crit I was looking for. I just saw 217 damage. That is, I think actually more. Yeah, it is. That's more than what I've seen that Revenge hitting for. That Revenge has been hitting for high 100s. You know, I think I've seen a 200 number from it. I mean critting, not hitting. Hitting, it's around 100, somewhat similar. That number makes me want to stick it out. Makes me want to see Hammer of the Ancients do a little bit more work. I've got a yellow dot over here on my mini-map. And I've got all kinds of skeletons following me now, too. One of these things is not like the other. I wonder which one it is. Ha! His axe went spinning in the air. Boy, the leap one-shotted him. Ah, we're releasing prisoners. I see another yellow dot. Alright, so to do a little spoiling and to explain the little chop and video I'm getting ready to make, there are two sides. There are two sides to this jail. Here's the warden. What? Who dares? He's gonna be saying nasty stuff to me. There's one side over here and then one side over here, and then I have to fight the warden in the middle. I have to go release all the prisoners first. Now, what you've seen here, this is pretty much what the whole jail is going to be, and I'm just going to get more and more prisoners. I've already freed 2, I got 4 more to go. So I'm just going to chop it until I'm ready to fight the warden. Ah, some champions! Nice, the scoundrel says, that opponent there must have wonderful treasure. The Templar gets off on fighting a tough opponent. The scoundrels, treasure! Sweet!
I am free.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. First side cleared. And another, leaving only one. There is the final. It looks like he's in somewhat of a little alcove, too, in the cells. Well, let's just go see if we can't fix that. Let him out of that little alcove. Let him out of that cell. So that he may, I don't know, wander off with the headless chick? I can't say she's headless. She's got her head. It's just not attached. I see you, buddy. I'm coming. I'm coming to get you. You'll be out of there in no time. Just gotta deal with some skeletons. Oh, my revenge just went away. There, it's back. I want to see that number. 113. It is very fond of the 110, 111, 112, 113 range.
The gods have seen fit to release.
Thank you, champion. My servants are now free, but the curse over this place remains. Seek the warden at the dungeon center and end his evil forever.
You are really creepy. I'm gonna do what you say, but I think the only reason I'm doing it is so you go away. Looks like I didn't even clear that other side of this. That's okay though. I'm not going to take the time to. I have a date with destiny. Ooh, the thought of a date with this big nasty dude. Oh, I thought he came out a lot faster than that. Whoa, there he is. He's gonna materialize. And he's gonna swing at me, and I'm gonna swing back with the big hammer of the ancients. Oh yeah, that is the kind of stuff I like to see out of it. I like to see my ability very quickly putting down a boss. He went down really quick. That makes me have some faith in this ability combo I'm running right at the moment. Makes me want to hold off on going back to Bash and Seismic Slam. I've seen on streams I've watched and on some YouTube videos of other people playing Diablo 3, people playing Barbarian specifically, I've seen almost exclusively Bash and Seismic Slam ran right throughout this level. Up till, I don't know, up till the Whirlwind. Oh yeah, that's, oh, Cleave, oh yeah. Even when the singles keep coming, it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna plow on through. Plowing on through here. I said, plowing on through here. What have we here?
The prisoner is ready, as you requested.
Thank you, Lazarus. Your loyalty is invaluable in the midst of
Oh,
all
I
these
know who that
threats.
woman is now.
And you, my dear. My own wife and queen, conspiring against our kingdom.
Oh no, Leo, don't do it.
I swear, I have never betrayed you.
Oh, this is messed up. And that's Lazarus over there. There. Oh, and the blood is real. The blood stain.
Until the very end.
Wow. Lazarus. You freak! Leo, too.
The time of my lord's true awakening is at hand. That fool, Leoric, was only able to resist him because he did not yet possess his full power. With the Queen dispatched as a traitor, I may now devote myself fully to preparing the boy for the presence of my master.
Huh. The Queen exposed as a traitor. preparing a boy for his master. Ooh, we have jailers. And dropping the hammer. Oh yeah, that hammer still hit 2 opponents right there too. That is actually, that's awesome. So it can occasionally, if they're clustered real hard, still hit a couple opponents, and it's doing some real big numbers. Now something else I was thinking about Seismic Slam that's really nice though is it's got that knockback, so in a way it has an aspect of survivability. If you're getting surrounded, you can use Seismic Slam to get out of it, to push them back. And I should say if you like leap into being surrounded, because leap attack's awesome. I don't think I want to ever get rid of leap attack. But a lot of times I will have just used it and it'll be on cooldown, so I can't necessarily, because leap attack is so good as an opener, as like an opening ability, I don't necessarily look at it so much as like a survivability thing. Just because it's going to be on cooldown most of the time in the battle anyway. It's not like I can use it whenever I want to be safe then. And hammer time. Creepy little cultists. And that reminds me, these guys are quite boring to slice into pieces. I'm sure they're probably quite boring to watch be sliced into pieces. So let's move on to the exciting bits.
Why?
This is gruesome.
No, I was just
oh, we have champions.
You
oh yeah, come here champions. I got some fury for you guys. Wow. Was that 5? It was either 4 or 5 times I was able to belt out. I guess I could do the math. It takes 20, I have 100. Yeah, that's 5. I can do Hammer the Ancients 5 times in a row whenever my fury is absolutely full. Oh, you know what I'm going to do instantly?
Leah must be back in TRISTRAM,
put Bash
crying over the old man's corpse. She'll soon have another one to cry over. Yours. Meet the Butcher.
The Butcher's been in every Diablo. He's not ever quite been in it like this, though.
Fresh meat.
I am not meat. You are actually more just base meat than I am, Mr. Butcher. Made up of meat, so the first thing I'm going to do is put Bash on. Got to do it really quick. Okay, this is going to be a single target fight all the way through, so I want my 2 single target things. That was a weak jump. Oh yeah, Bash. And get a hammer. Oh, come on, Bash. I'm glad I'm doing big damage to him because he is doing big damage to me fast. I'm actually going to use Leap to escape here. I'm not going to get that healing well quite yet, although I'm going to need it pretty soon. Okay, I might be getting it. I'm going to take at least one more attack probably before I get it. Oh, what you got? What you got, Butcher? Let's grab it now. I'm going to stay toe-to-toe with him just because I think the Barbarian's probably capable of it. I'm going to do my Leap. That gives me armor, and I guess snares him, does little damage. Don't really care about the snare and the damage. I just missed a chance to revenge, and that sucks. I need to get that every time it's up. I need to watch that a little bit more closely. I wonder if there's a setting like in WoW where I can have it say something whenever that becomes active. Set ability's so huge. Oh, the stun! I gotta get out of here, though. I'm at half health. I think I can take him without this other one. Oh, boy. Not if I get engulfed in fire. So he's got one chain that'll pull me to him. He's got one chain, that one, the one that he does just a single chain. That one will take me to him. The other one just hits me and does damage.
I'm willing to split this half and half with you. Yep. I'll take half now, and then half when we get back to town.
The truth about the Butcher Demon was more startling than I ever anticipated. Evidently, there are many of them within the burning hells, though they used to be solely under Diablo's command. The Butchers are stitched together from the parts of other demons to combine their strengths, then given life through wicked magic.
Evil. Pure evil. I'm pretty sure... Let's see, I'm not using my Templar anymore, so the one-handeds don't really matter unless I get one-handed. A one-handed, like this bad boy that I haven't even looked at yet. That is better. Ooh, some shoulder pads, dexterity. Ah, it's got that magic find. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the strength. Oh man, this is a one-handed weapon that does almost as much damage as my two-handed weapon. And a matter of fact, it gives me life when I kill people, has a slightly better attack speed, has the exact same experience factor. I'm gonna have to do it. especially considering that I've got another one. I might put the more damaging one. Actually, I've got two 19 damage ones. I almost want to use just these two. Let's see. Let's do a little experimenting here real fast. Oh, that's a two-handed weapon. I'm stupid. Hold on. That's a two-handed weapon too. So I don't have another one-handed weapon. Alright, so I'm going to actually stick with this for right now, just because I don't have another one-handed weapon, so it doesn't make sense to use one of them. If I get one, though, I might switch over to it immediately, and I might just buy one or forge one when I'm back in town, because this is a pretty nice one-hander. What? What's this? What's this? Cultists everywhere! Oh, I do not have Cleave or Seismic Slam on. I do have Revenge, but I didn't even get them all with it. Luckily, Bash does one-shot the cultists, so at least that's good. And you guys have got to stop messing with my stranger. Okay, let's go back. Let's leave Bash on. Let's go back to Seismic Slam, I think, is what I want to do.
I am dying.
Hush.
Angel, take up your sword.
Angel.
My sword. I remember now. I was an archangel of the high heavens.
Whoa.
I was the embodiment of justice. I am Tyrael.
Whatever you say, boss.
You have restored my mind, friend. And now I remember the warning I came
looks
to
tiny.
deliver. Belial and Asmodan, the last lords of hell, are unleashing a tide of darkness that will drown this world. Already, Belial's shadow has fallen upon Chaldeum.
Belial.
I fear no demon. I will cast Belial down and spit on his corpse. We must move quickly. Let us return to Tristram and make ready.
I will cast him down and spit on his corpse. Wow, strong words from a strong barbarian. Let's do some item switching around, and I think I may wrap this episode up with traveling to Act 2.
Time grows short, my friends. Even now, Belial's influence is spreading through Chaldeum.
But how will we find him?
We won't have to. Magda and her coven will lead us straight to him.
I'm not going anywhere until Uncle Deckard's been laid to rest.
Deckard deserves that honor. Magda and Belial will pay for his death in blood.
I have called for a caravan to guide us to the east. Speak to the caravan master when you are ready to go. We will see to Cain as we depart.
We will see to Cain as we depart.
My friend,
let's not do it quite yet. I'm going to chop this part, but I want to do some inventory stuff. Oh, nice. So I made a couple of these other one-handed axes, and I got one that has some improved damage and a crap ton of dexterity. And then I got one that has vitality and a lot of it. So I think I'm going to make the transition here using the vitality offhanded weapon. Oh yeah, brings me up over 1,000 life. I like it. Oh yeah, note also that my blacksmith is as far as he can go without getting pages of blacksmithing, which I haven't found out where I get those yet. I think they're incredibly rare. I think they only drop on some of the harder difficulties. I can make things for not quite up through level 30 yet, but I can make everything right up to it. I can make level 29 stuff like all day long, all over everything. So I expect to not be getting the pages until I'm in the next difficulty, which I don't feel like I'm incredibly far from with my Demon Hunter. I haven't quite beat Act 3 yet. I'm right at the end of it. Alright, so let's travel to Act 2. I'm ready to travel to Chaldeum.
Shall we depart to Chaldeum?
Dun dun dun! I guess it's not going to be that quick and easy, is it? They're in a graveyard. Oh yes, Cain. We have to do his memory right.
It was all just stories. My uncle saw what he wanted to see.
Deckard sacrificed much to protect this world. But his work is not over.
What would you know about sacrifice?
Tyrael, the
The ancient law of the high heavens strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so, brazenly.
All I am guilty of, Imperius, is bringing justice, while you hide, cowering behind your throne. Silence!
Whoa! Imperius is a powerful angel. He is bigger than Tyrael. Oh, that is tight. Oh, man. Tyrael's no punk.
You cannot judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent. But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
Holy crap.
Chose to be one of us.
I'm getting nerd chills. And I've already seen this video and I'm getting nerd chills. Becomes a man, gets sucked through the floor of heaven.
I fell. Willingly.
His sword broke apart and fell nearby.
Because humanity is the only hope for this world.
Poor old Deckard. Magda's magic was too much.
All your crazy tales. Your work. You never finished. I will finish it, Uncle. I will carry on for you.
Good. Means I don't lose my infinite knowledge well. Wow, what good effects. The tree shaking there, specifically the side of it where the hot air is rustling past it, putting the force on it, making it sway. Chaldeum. Oh, not quite yet. We need the intro to Act 2 now. That was just the outro of Act 1.
Now that Tristram is safe, I travel to Chaldeum.
Past Luke Golain.
The East.
Luke Golain was Act 2 in Diablo 2.
One of the last lords of hell, Belial. I mean to set the city free.
And I am going to deny you the pleasure of seeing the intro area of Act 2. Now that you've seen the video going in, you will just have to make do with this background. Note that as you go through the acts, your background does change. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.